Hey guys. So today, when you're finding the actual price of the pizza, the lunch for the teachers for the math, you're going to have to do a little multiplying using a decimal. And some of us haven't done that in a while. So just a little quick review on that, and then also dividing. Okay. So let's say we have, for example, 4 and 89 hundredths times 5. All right. So you multiply just like you always do. 5 times 9, 45. Remember, always leave your ones column behind, carry your tens column. 5 times 8, 40 plus 4. So leave my 4 ones, carry my 4 tens. And then 5 times 4 is 20, plus the 4 we carried is 24. And there's no other numbers left to carry to, so you put the whole 24 down here. All right. Now, where does that decimal go? Well, remember, you start over at the edge of the number behind the lowest column, and you count over how many spots the decimal is. 1, 2. All right. So you move it in the answer. 1, 2. So it goes right here, and you get in 24 and 45 hundredths. Now, let's say, for example, you were multiplying, there was another decimal right there, and it was 4 and 89 hundredths times 5 tenths. Then you would have to do this. 1, 2, 3. Because you have to count that second number as a decimal as well. And then your answer, your decimal, would end up going over there. Okay, so just remember, when you're multiplying, you don't have to line up the decimals like you do when you're adding or subtracting. You line up the numbers, multiply it like you always would, and then just count how many spots over the decimal is. All right, now let's look at dividing with the decimal. All right, so let's say we had that number that we got for our answer, 24 and 45 hundredths. And we're going to divide that by, let's just say, 7. Okay? All right. We know division means how many times the divisor will go into the dividend, or you're splitting the dividend up into 7 groups. Okay? Either way you want to think about it. All right, 7 into 2. That's a 0. You can leave it blank, or you can put a 0 if you want. So 7 won't go into 2, so you hook it up with 24. 7 into 24 goes 3 times. Multiply. 3 times 7 is 21. Subtract, you get 3. All right? All right. Bring down your next number. And now you've got 34. 7 into 34. If you know your multiplication facts, 7 times 5 is 35, but that's a little bit too high. Can't ever go over. So we'll have to go with 7 times 4. And 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract, I get 6. Okay, one number left to bring down my 5. 7 into 65. Again, if you know your multiplication facts, which comes in very handy, if you don't know them, you really need to be practicing them during this extra time. I know 7 times 9 is 63, and that's going to get me as close as I can get. Okay, 7 times 9, 63, subtract, 2 left. All right, now remember, we had a decimal up here. In division, it's real easy. The decimal just goes straight up. So that would be 3 and 49 hundredths. Now, if you want to get very specific with how much you have left, you can take this 2 remainder and put it over your divisor as a fraction. That would make 2 sevenths. Okay, so 3 and 49 hundredths, and if you needed to, you could say 2 sevenths is less than half, right? So that would just keep that 9 and 9. Now, if it was more than half, and you wanted to be really specific, that would round that 9 up and change this to a 3 and 50 hundredths. Okay, but you don't need to worry about that on today. Remember, today you're working with money, so once you get to the penny, you can stop. You don't have to keep going if the number keeps going. All right, so as soon as you get to the hundredths column or the penny column, you can stop your division problem. All right, hopefully that'll help you get through today's math.